Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Unfortunately, Pastor Olamide is not able to attend today's session all about Arsenal. So I will be doing it. It's your boy Kingsley. Hope everyone's having a good weekend and had a good week, ready for a new week, new challenge, new things to face in life. But we shall overcome. Anyway, let's talk about what we experienced today. Being an Arsenal fan, another win, clean sheet. Yes, the opposition wasn't great in being Watford, but you still have to finish what's in front of you. I feel the parts of the first game, those glimpses of good football, good movement, creating chances, popping around in the final third. However, unfortunately, um, it was the final third passes that were killing us. The final pass, the killer pass, either had a little bit too much on it or wasn't 100% accurate, or the touch was off. So that did prevent a few big chances from being scored. Um, I feel Maitland Niles impressed me. I know he filled in that midfield role, a role where when Partey's not there, you notice that he's not there. So it was good to see that Maitland Niles was able to continue our winning form and do the role well. Felt he was comfortable in picking up the ball, driving with it. He did some good defensive work as well. Another good performance from Tavares. I've seen him drive with the ball. You just get excited. It's nice to see his distribution was okay as well. Um, so yeah, Tierney's got to really work hard if he wants to see himself filling back in that position. But then to be fair to him, I feel like Tierney is you have to start him anyway over Tavares just because of what he's already done for the club and the kind of leader he is. Um, I felt as well there's certain times in the game when I was like, we're not really taking this control, panicking a bit, clearing our chances too often rather than just being composed and playing it out. Ramsdale again, excellent. He did make one slight mistake that almost led to a goal, which would have been disastrous. So we have to be thankful that didn't go in. Otherwise, we would have been looking at 1 point, and that would have just felt like a loss. But all in all, if I had to give the performance an out of 10, I'd say 7. Arteta felt like he made the substitutions too late. Martinelli came on a bit too late for me. I wouldn't have took Laka off for Odegaard. Just feel like with Laka on the pitch, more of an attacking threat. I understand he has to put Odegaard on somewhere, and Maitland-Niles or Lokonga could have made way for him. I thought Odegaard does the box-to-box role well, even when he's in a deep position next to a holding midfielder. Probably we could have seen Lokonga staying back. We know he's capable of. He had an alright game. Nothing crazy. Just fitted in well with everyone else who played pretty decent. To be fair, Aubameyang had a couple of times he just couldn't get to the ball. He didn't have many chances. Obviously, he had the penalty that he should have scored. He's gone the same way he went again last week against Villa. I don't know if that's a thing now where he thought he had to make up for the miss. It was a poor penalty. Lacazette for me should be stepping up for the penalties. I just feel like he's more clinical from dead pieces, from dead balls. Sorry, I feel like he would have just put that in the back of the net. To be honest, so all in all, as I said, it's not a bad day in the office, but it could have been better. There was a few questionable moments. Is it because we're missing Partey? Possibly. He does bring that. He does drive you forward from a defensive position quite well. It gives you more time on the ball. I thought Gabriel and Ben White, the partnership, mate, it's lovely. They're really working together well and holding it down. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Laka should be on penalties, man. I just feel he would have just took that away. And I saw his frustration. He was actually quite frustrated when Aubameyang missed. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the changing rooms or training, like I said, let me take the penalties now that you missed. And Aubameyang's like, no, Aubameyang wants that golden boot. But to be fair, we won the game, so that's the positive. That's what I'm gonna take. Being an Arsenal fan, I'm not gonna go back to when we used to expect 4 or 5 nils over Watford, and we absolutely vexed that we only won 1-0. I'm happy we kept a clean sheet, defensively looking solid. I mean, we already know we're defensively solid from last season. Last season we had a poor season, but still had the third best defensive record. So we already know that defensively, Arteta knows how to set up. And I feel like now he's got the players. He believes in the players, and that's why we questioned. At the end of the day, we questioned Tomiyasu, we questioned Ben White, we questioned Ramsdale. They're the ones playing week in, week out, getting his clean sheets and putting in man of the match performances. I mean, Ben White today, again, brilliant. Tomiyasu, the way he's just always winning his headers, it just helps us to ease the pressure off and start some counter attacks. I felt Smith Rowe was good today. Obviously, he got the goals. That's 3-3 for him. He's going to be confident. He's going to be feeling boosted. So that's exactly what you need going into this Liverpool game in 2 weeks' time after the international break. Surprised that Smith Rowe didn't get a call up. I feel like he's in fantastic form. Well done to Saka, representing Arsenal, representing the Hale End. Well done to him getting consistent call ups now. It's looking like a regular. I know Southgate likes to use him on that right side. So well done to Saka. It's good to see. International break always kills it for me, especially when we're in good form like this, winning games, not conceding. And then it's a big game Liverpool to come with after the international break. I know they just lost to West Ham today. West Ham are looking very dangerous. They're fighting for that top four. And if we're not lucky, we can miss out on that top four. I know top four is a myth, but if we can stay consistent as we are, it's not a myth. You got teams like United floating around there. They're not on it. Tottenham floating around. They're not on it. Everton don't look convincing for me. So it's just West Ham. And United, I'd say out of not the ones that I'm looking at it. Leicester are there, but I feel like Leicester are having a bit of a poor season compared to the usual standard that they set for themselves. So top six, definitely. Top four. Remember, if we didn't go on that losing streak last season, where we lost 8, I think it was 7 or 8 games in a row. Even if we won 3 of those games last season, when we would have got top four. So we can't rule out top four because we got better players now. We've got younger players who are fired up and ready. We've got players like Saka and Smith Rowe who are getting more and more experience and getting better and better every week, which is beautiful to see. And it's looking positive. Like considering what we've gone through the last few years, it's looking real positive. So I'm more than excited to see what the season has in store for us. I feel like compared to the last 2 seasons, it's like when it gets to after the Christmas period, you kind of looking at the table and just thinking, "Oh, I want the next season to start." So I'm hoping this season we'll get to Christmas and we'll still feel like we want to enjoy the rest of the season. I know being out of European competitions is a bit of a new norm. It's a very strange feeling, but I can definitely see top 6 if we continue playing like this. As I said, top 4, in my opinion, bit of a myth, but it's not absolutely out of reach. I mean, credit to West Ham, but it's not completely out of reach. But yeah, not much more to say really. Standard game, standard win. Could have got more, didn't. But we'll take this 3 points and we'll take the clean sheet onto the next. I'm not a huge Arteta fan, but if he keeps getting results, of course the fans are going to get turned. I'll get turned myself. I believe in what he's trying to do. I just don't feel like him and Edu are the ones for the job. Probably someone who's just got more experience. Again, today there was just a bit of poor game management in the second half. The substitutions again, too late. It's just like I don't know if he's too into the game and he's watching the game so much that he's not seeing that these substitutions need to be made earlier. And if he keeps doing it, he's gonna blow out Saka and he's gonna blow out Smith Rowe, and that's where our goals are coming from at the moment. Saka and Smith Rowe, whether they're driving with the ball and create something or taking shots themselves. But if he keeps blowing them out when the game's won, then we're gonna get a lot more injuries. And we know the Arsenal way is to get injured and miss half the season. So that's one thing he's got to look out for. Obviously, it will come with experience. But yeah, it was an alright performance. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He thought he had to do what he had to do. But for me, Martinelli, when he comes on, he gives you that drive. He works hard defensively and attacking. So I just felt like he should have made that substitution around the 75th minute, not in the 92nd minute of the game. But is what it is again. But yeah, so it's good things coming into the next few weeks. Liverpool game, if I'm predicting it, it's a tough one. But I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal. Come on, I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be positive. If West Ham can beat Liverpool, then so can we. I wouldn't take nothing personal, but I wouldn't take any player from West Ham over the starting squad that we have. And so I do believe if we just play like we have been playing and we go in there pressing, passionate like the Tottenham game, then I do reckon we'll be able to scrape a result out of Liverpool, sorry. And then a couple of weeks we'll have the United game, but I'm not fearing this United team. I don't think a dog with 3 legs would fear this United team. It's just what it looks at the moment. A bunch of individuals. I mean, they had one shot yesterday, and yeah, it's just terrible. I know it's Man City, but come on, man, you're United. You've spent hundreds of millions as well. They can't call City the oil club when United have spent more money than them in the last 5 years. And nothing to show for it. For me, Ollie's been given multiple chances. I don't know what the board are seeing in him. He hasn't won a trophy in his tenure. However, they were sacking managers who finished second and who won FA Cups before. And I understand he's a legend, but just because you're a legend at the game doesn't always mean that managing is necessarily the thing that you're good at that level, especially when you have no experience. I mean, he came from Malmo after, I think, a season and a half, and look what he's turned United into. So it's good days as an Arsenal fan, to be honest. Tottenham are slacking off. I know they've got Conte now. That's going to be a different challenge for when we play them next time. Don't think they're going to be so defensive minded and negative. I feel like though if he gets Kane going again, then it's real dangerous for Tottenham. That's their key. When Kane's not on it, no one's scoring the goals, no one's getting assists. We saw that last season. Kane got the top goal scorer and the top assists. You take Kane out of Spurs, if Kane's not turning on for Spurs, Spurs are a 10th, 11th side. And they had their little moment when they got to the Champions League final that year. They had a little parade, but it's over now, to be honest. Most of their players are over 28, 29. Son's 29. Kane. Tottenham, to be honest, kind of tight for them. But I do believe Conte, he's a good manager. He'll get the best out of these players, so we'll look forward to that one. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. This has been All Things Arsenal. I've been your boy Kingsley, just doing today's session. Pastor Alamid will be back for the next one. So yeah, stay blessed.